Okay, what is the computer? Computer is an electronic device it's an electronic device that processes input and output device. Okay. Op- Operate under the control of instruction stored its own memory that can be accepted the data input. Process the data according to specify the rules of the process. Okay, produce the result. This result is its output. So store the result is storage for the future use. Okay. This is the component of the computer. Okay, this is the printer device, this is the optical device, hard drive and monitor, web scan, speakers. Okay, this all of these components, as you have seen, all these components, it's a device, it's an electronic device that's only working from the computer system, like from external hard disk. External hard disk is you use only from the external, from the data you store from the data from your out of the computer. Okay, computer is a basic of the hardware basic hardware components. Basic hardware components, hardware represents the physical and tangible component of the computer that can be seen and touched. Example, hardware are the following: input device and keyboard, mouse. Output device, the printer, monitor, speaker. Secondary storage is hard disk, CD, DVD. Internal component is CPU, motherboard, RAM. These are all the components of the computer. So this is a printing, this is mouse, this is a keyboard, this is output, this is input. So computer hardware component is the system unit of the computer. This is a system unit, the computer case, also called tower. It's a box that includes many of the parts component of the computer. Okay, power supply or SMPS, Sweden model power supply, converts AC voltage from the wall outlet to DC voltage the computer can use. It supplies DC to the voltage for the internal computer component and has to fan to keep the control on computer cool. Okay, process and fan. This is the process and the fan. Okay, process is the main of the computer, or the brain of the computer system, while the fan helps to the prevent overheating of the various electronic component. Okay, this is a motherboard. The motherboard is a large electronic board that is used to connect the power supply to the various and other electronic parts, and all these parts belong to the computer. RAM, random access memory, short term, that's used to store documents while they are being processed. The amount of RAM is a computer determined speed computer. RAM is attached to the motherboard via some specific slots. Okay, network interface card, used to describe tools that allow your computer to connect and communicate with the various input and output. Okay, computer component. Hard disk. There are two types of computer hard disk: IDE and SATA. IDE is integrated drive electronics. Has a ribbon-like cable with either 14 pin or 18 pin connector. The IDE data transfer interface runs in parallel. SATA, cellular advanced technology attachment, has the narrow cable with the speed data and the power connection. It has 7 pin cable and much faster than the transfer rate. Most motherboards now support SATA. Well, okay, drives. Computer drives are the device that is used for long-term storage for the information. Hard disk, flash disk, hard drive. Okay, peripherals of hardware. The computer component that are not found with a computer case. It's defined as many auxiliary devices that connected to the work with the computer in some way: mouse, microphone, keyboard, monitor, printer, speakers. NIC, Network Interface Card, is a hardware component that allows computer to connect to the network. May be used for the both of wired and wireless connection. NIC is also known as Network Interface Controller. So